All right, guys, so Elon Musk is back at it again as he is literally openly roasting the company that he just bought, that he just took a 9% interest stake in. He is openly roasting them on their own platform. Again, this is the most Elon Musk thing that I've ever seen in my life, okay? Imagine buying a company, okay, and then going on that company's platform, using that company's product to then shit on the company and talk about how bad of a product the company actually has. Again, this is really unprecedented stuff that we're seeing here from Elon Musk, which shows you that he really does not care, okay? Because there was speculation about whether or not Elon Musk would be able to continue to tweet the way that he's tweeting in regards to his criticisms of Twitter now that he's on the board and that he has such a large stake in the company. And Elon Musk has basically answered that question just a few days later and basically said, I don't care. Okay, I am going to say what I want, and it is what it is. Now, this tweet right here from Elon says, most of these top accounts tweet rarely and post very little content. Is Twitter dying? So he basically quote tweets a statistic that has the top 10 most followed Twitter accounts. Okay, we got Barack Obama, Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Elon Musk, some other people, Ellen. Yeah. And he's making a point here. Okay, he says, for example, Taylor Swift hasn't posted anything in 3 months, and Justin Bieber only posted once this year. So I think he has a point. What he's basically saying is that how do you have a platform where the top users on the platform or the most followed people on the platform don't even use the platform? They don't even tweet, right? That's not a good thing, okay? And this is why Trump, in my opinion, was so good for Twitter, because he was one of the most followed users as well, being the president of the United States, and he actually used the platform all the time. That is why people built careers in Trump's comment section, okay? In his reply section, people literally made careers out of that, okay? There was a whole economy around Trump's tweets. And I think Elon Musk realizes the value in that. When you have, somebody with 131 million followers like Barack Obama, okay, or Justin Bieber, 114 million followers, that is a massive audience. That is a massive amount of influence and eyeballs that can be put on somebody's tweets. And when they're not using that, that is almost like a waste, right? That's almost like a waste. Again, I hope that Elon I hope and pray that he's working behind the scenes to not just get people like Trump back on the platform, but also other people like Dr. Malone, politicians that have been censored and permanently kicked off the platform because of their speech. Because look, Twitter is a platform for discussion, right? And for the most part, what people are discussing nowadays is political, okay? It's going to be some social justice stuff. It's going to be politics. So I get why some of these users probably wouldn't use Twitter all that much, because if you're not into politics or, social justice or the drama that's going on in the world, you're probably not really going to want to use the platform like that, okay? Some people just really ain't with it, right? Like, I can't imagine what would Justin Bieber be tweeting about, right? Like, what is, Lady Gaga going to be tweeting about? Or Rihanna? Like, what are they going to be tweeting about, okay? So with that being said, I kind of get it. And that is all the more reason why you don't kick people off the platform that are actually using it, right? Because that is your bread and butter. These people are not your bread and butter, right? So I think Elon poses a great, question here. So there's been some responses to Elon Musk's tweet that I want to go over here. Ian Miles Chong says, Twitter seems to deliberately stifle accounts from growing. I don't have this issue on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or even the alt websites like Gab or Getter. What's up with that? People use Twitter for different reasons. Most influencers use the platform as a tool to prepare their brand or whatever they have going on. They aren't really using Twitter. Twitter isn't dying. Big celebs that have nothing going on don't need to use it often anymore. Yeah, I mean, I would say that if you're not involved in politics or, tweeting about woke stuff, social justice stuff, drama, then it's probably not going to be all that useful, to be quite honest with you. That's what I would say. But, is the question of, is the platform actually dying? I don't think necessarily the platform is dying as much as the growth in the platform is not necessarily real growth. Okay, it's not necessarily becoming more relevant. Twitter is relevant, but I think that it was more relevant maybe when Trump was president than it is now. Okay, is it still relevant? Sure. But I think it was a lot more relevant back when Trump was president because, again, Trump's tweets were news. Okay, Elon Musk's tweets are news, right? He's kind of taking over that Trump role. A lot of those people used it while they needed it and moved on. Many people view Twitter as a necessary evil. We need an entirely new ecosystem more than fixing a few features. I mean, that's a good point. You know, I can see where Dave Rubin is coming from with that. Somebody said, why are you funding your own investment? I think it's called constructive criticism. Angela Belchimio says, the only thing dying is my vagina. That's kind of random. What is your agenda? You buy 9% of Twitter and now what? Shit on it until the stock price goes down so you can do a takeover. Well, technically, I don't think he can actually buy that much more of Twitter. I think he can only own a maximum of like 14% under the current agreement. So what Elon is doing here is he's calling out a flaw in the platform that's obvious, is that the most followed users on the platform don't even use the platform. Okay, that's a whole lot of wasted potential. That's a whole lot of ad space, right? Potentially going to waste. Okay, that's a whole lot of money potentially going down the drain. I think that's kind of what Elon Musk is saying here, you know? So yeah, Elon Musk, again, has sparked a whole lot of conversation about what's going on here. And going back to the whole Trump thing, Twitter has came out and said that they're not reinstating Trump, okay, just because Elon is on the board. They're saying that now, but I think we should give it some time to see what Elon Musk's actual impact is. But I am one of those people that I'm not holding my breath, right? Elon Musk is one person. I think he's an amazing guy. I think he is the Tony Stark of our time, the Iron Man of our time. But at the same time, you know, I'm not necessarily going to put all my eggs in one basket in terms of him making Twitter an actual free speech platform, okay? And one of the reasons why is because the problem is not necessarily the people at the top per se. They are part of the problem. But the real problem is the people internally, okay? And the people internally have cried so much about this that now the Twitter CEO is holding a town hall with Elon Musk to basically allow these woke employees to talk to Elon Musk about their issues. So let's actually read about this. Following internal outcry from triggered Twitter employees over Elon Musk becoming a stakeholder in the company, Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal announced Thursday that they would be holding a question and answer town hall with Elon Musk. Twitter employees received an email from Chief Executive Agrawal on Thursday, which stated that they were all invited to an internal AMA, which stands for Ask Me Anything session in response to employees' internal and public outcry that free speech advocate Elon Musk would change the company's culture. Well, the company's culture needs changing because it's toxic. Okay, you need new ideas, right? You need a diversity of thinking. That's what you need. The only type of diversity you need is diversity of thinking. That's what you need. Quote, we say that Twitter is what's happening and what people are talking about right now. Often we at Twitter are what's happening and what people are talking about. That has certainly been the case this week, Agrawal wrote in a company-wide email, according to the Washington Post. Following our board announcement, many of you have had different types of questions about Elon Musk, and I want to welcome you to ask those questions to him. Twitter spokesperson Brendan Lee confirmed the AMA, but declined to comment further, the Post reports. Although town halls are common in Silicon Valley among other big tech giants like Facebook and Google, hosting a board member is an unusual rarity. Yeah, you don't get to talk to somebody that high up, okay? Usually it's like the CEO or like the director of, I don't know, marketing or whatever, something like that. But talking to an actual board member, that don't usually happen all that much, okay? These people must be really pissed off at Twitter. Twitter employees started speaking out after it was revealed on Monday that tech billionaire Elon Musk joined the board of directors and is now one of the largest shareholders in the platform with 9.2% ownership. This comes after it was rumored that Musk might be in the market to buy Twitter and secure the holding for free speech in America, following CEO Parag Agrawal's claim that Twitter is not beholden to American free speech laws. In response, some employees at Twitter took to the platform to express their unease with Musk taking such a large share of ownership. Twitter has been very aggressive in suppression and censorship techniques, whether against journalists who attempt to report the truth about Hunter Biden's laptop to users such as Tucker Carlson, Charlie Kirk, and the Babylon Bee for expressing the biological truth of gender and sex. Musk has expressed his interest in having the platform be more supportive of the right to free speech. and, reported some of these comments made by Twitter employees, including that of one with the username Creme de Cassie, who said that a prominent transphobe behind a large stake in Twitter is not at all funny. DeCassie, a biological male, lists she/her pronouns and claims to be a feminist, demisexual, genderqueer, trans woman. Yeah, so you kind of know what's up with the people that are complaining about this stuff, right? So we all kind of know what's going on here with these people in the backlash. And I hope at this town hall, right, which I would love to see, by the way, it's probably going to be private, internal. I hope somebody leaks the session. I hope that Elon tells these employees to F off, right? I really do. I hope he tells them to shut up and to do your job, right? And that we will make Twitter a free speech platform, right? We will make Twitter great again, okay? We'll make Twitter great again, and we're going to bring back Trump and all the other conservatives and people that would censor because the Democrat Party didn't like what they had to say, right? That's what Elon Musk should say, in my opinion. But he'll probably answer the questions, but there's no doubt in my mind that he'll say what he means, right? And hopefully he will stand up in support of free speech and will not bow down to the mob, right? I really hope that Elon Musk stands his ground and continues to work to make Twitter a actual free speech platform. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share the Black Conservative Perspective. Peace.